Well, it's a nice sunny day again. I'm not going to talk for too long because I'm quite thirsty. But I'm back on the road. I'm not going anywhere special. I just thought I've been getting so bored indoors that I may as well go check out the library just to see if there's some books I can borrow, some videos for the break, because otherwise I'm going to get very bored and I'm not going to know what to do with myself. And while I'm so bored, I may as well take the time to read. Or I haven't read for a while, and so doing even just a few pages a day would be a good exercise, because I don't read away from the computer that much, and I thought I might like to do that while I'm on break. I technically don't start work till next year, and so I have all the time in the world to waste. And I thought, you know what? I haven't read for a while. How about I go pick up some books? So they're probably just going to be kind of smallish books, nothing too brainy. Maybe, nothing too heavy. I should be getting lifts to go down to the store, but I end up saying, no, it'd be good for me to go for a walk. So, I do kind of need to go to the post office, but I think I'll save that for another day. But I wasn't sure whether I should be going down the street, but it's always like, if I want something in particular, I'll go down the street by myself. But that's just your average sunny day. The sun is so hot, it's burning me every day. I didn't check my skin before I left. It's a little bit up, but it's okay. I'm basically just going to borrow some books. I'm sure I'm not going to be seen as contamination. I don't have the best of skin, but it's not too bad. I am wearing a short sleeve shirt. I forgot to check it before I walked out. I just said, oh, my skin's okay. It's a little bit up around the wrist, but it's not too bad. A couple months ago it was all over my arms, and I wouldn't be caught dead going out without a long sleeve shirt on. And I felt as though I could wear a long sleeve shirt today, but I also didn't check in the mirror to make sure that my skin was okay, because it goes up and down very suddenly, and who knows, maybe it isn't okay. Maybe I look like a big blotchy person who no one wants to see, but I don't know. So giving my skin some sun would do it good, but I didn't feel self-conscious, but I also didn't check out the mirror, so I'll just be like, I'm zoning out. I'll just keep my head down underneath my hat, because maybe it is to a level of intolerable. If I went on holidays, I would not be wearing a short sleeve shirt, but this is just local. And I even went without my makeup on, so technically you shouldn't walk around without makeup on, but I didn't think of putting makeup on, so it would just be dribbling off. I mean, the heat is so hot, it's like in its 30s. It's very dry. There's absolutely no wind. And perfect perfect position to meet thunderstorms actually, but it's not thunderstorm day yet. I think today's going to be just bright and sunny, so great day for a walk. But my stomach is already churning. I might need to pick up a yogurt on the way because I'm not used to walking, especially not in the heat, and B, I didn't have that feeling of breakfast. It was just toast and bread, a couple pieces of toast, no milkshake, no tea, and so I'm going to be probably running empty within an hour. It only takes probably 20 or 30 minutes to walk down, but yeah. So I think some drinking yogurt or an ice cream would do well. I've been so flamboyant with my cash. I bought some Body Shop items yesterday, and that one's specifically for investment purposes, but all in all, I'm only getting in return $20 or $30 profit. So I was like, why do I do this? And it's like, I don't know. It's just something to do. And Body Shop is pretty good to sell, so not as good as Mars or David Jones discount items at the end of the year, but I'm not near a store to collect those. But I'm considering getting all my stuff carted out here, and then I don't have to collect anything because I've got a mammoth amount of stuff to sell in my collection of stuff. I'll probably just end up emailing who I live with, what do you think about me bringing over the whole wagon that's in storage? They don't really want to drive, so picking it up bit by bit is a little obscene. I could probably present that. Maybe it's not obscene as I think, and that would save me a couple of $1,000 for someone else to do it. But I don't know. I just have quite a lot of stuff in there, and I don't think the weather's going to be turning into cyclonic weather anytime soon, so I could spend another year here and trying to sell everything bit by bit, and then have a lighter load to take with me if I ever, when I'm ready to move on. But I'm not sure. I think staying here for a year isn't obscene. I think it's a pretty good deal. And if I lost two, maybe the other person will be like, I'm sick of the farm. I want to retire again to somewhere else. Which would be a shame, because all the work they do in the house is just going to be erased and it's sold as grassland, grass and hills. But yeah. I just look at them, and every time I look at them, it's like getting a little bit more ready to live a smaller lifestyle. Anyway, yeah, the one where you're like it needs to be small and compact so that there's not so much to do. Me, on the other hand, I don't know, no idea. So far it's cheap as chips. Cheap as chips lifestyle, mixed with probably a bit of more travel, like hotel stays once or twice a year instead of once a year, and just sort of, just lightly doing things at my own pace. I don't know. I'm pretty clueless. I don't really have huge plans, and since I don't actually get myself eager for anything, it takes forever for me to get eager for, say, international travel and stuff, and so and so I'm like, well, I still haven't put international travel on the board, but one day maybe. I'll probably just do something stupid like go to see what New Year's is like in other countries, and maybe stay from Christmas to New Year's, so that at least I'm fascinated by something, otherwise I get bored. But if I'm fascinated by something, and I'll be like drawn to something because it interests me. I can't think of anything else that really interests me, because I don't really have anyone to meet. The only other thing I can think of is resort lifestyle, so staying at different resorts, and seeing what they're like. But I'm not really that keen on resorts. I always think, resorts are so crappy, and you're always let down, and the food's never any good, and and so I'm not sure if resorts. I do have an interest in visiting certain resorts, but not a whole swag of them. It's like, but I don't know anymore. I don't know what my preference would be. So, I don't really like to live the unsafe life. So I might even just only tour the world when I am working, and then be like, oh yeah, I got a job, and now I can tour the world. Otherwise, or entering a competition, but otherwise I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just too out of it. I don't even know what airports are like anymore, and I'm a person who feels very uncomfortable unless I know exactly how everything is, I have no idea about injections, like what injections you need, and the COVID stuff, and it's just like all whirling above my head by this time. And I do know though that you do see your GP and say, hey, I want to travel to a specific country and I want to get immunized. Do you know what immunizations you need? And then you go for your tetanus and your polio, and if you go to a place where the water might be contaminated, you get an injection for whatever contamination bacteria that you might be able to obtain and stuff like that. So I don't actually know what injections that you get, but I know that you do go see a GP. So the world isn't 100% clean, unfortunately. So every country is different, and they have different environmental, laws and different standards of lifestyle. And you're like, some people think brown water is clean water, but then you drink it and you get a fever. So, and then they were like, well, that's our version of clean water. Or maybe sometimes it's the blue water instead of the brown water, and then you drink it and you get bacteria. But I don't imagine I would be backpacking too much. I imagine that I would be just visiting mostly resorts and hotels and doing a bit of sightseeing. I don't know. I mean, that's just something that I haven't really considered for a while, and I won't consider it for at least a couple of more years, but eventually I might. I mean, I visited... I know everyone thinks, oh, Disneyland's so overrated, but I do like to visit Disney. You know, I visit anything to do with movies. And I did stay at the Disney Resort. And that's actually quite pleasant. I mean, it's not the nicest, and people are a little bit up themselves, but I thought it was quite nice. I mean, I would stay at a Disney-inspired resort just to scope out the view, and there's some nice views coming from there. I don't know where else I'd want to stay. It's like, when I think of like a resort that I like, I went to Love Island Resort, and it's basically just a resort where you there to woo a partner. And I thought I could just use it as like a normal resort, but I went there and it's like, no, you're expected to have a partner, and you're expected to, you know, be there for the purposes of love, you know. And then everyone gave me a hard time, and I was like, this isn't the resort that I wanted to visit. Like, I thought you could just vacation, use it like a vacation resort, but everyone was on my back to not being with a love partner to woo. And I just had a pretty terrible stay. And the rooms were like cheap and tacky. I mean, they looked nice in a picture, but they were sort of like, had some cheap tackiness to it. And it's like, it does feel like a porn. Like you're just there for porn. So you're like going, no, I didn't like that one. But anyway. That was a while ago, so thankfully I was young, and you know, no one could put too much against me, but you know, I did feel a little like I'd chosen the wrong place, so yeah. But I don't know, I mean, I would probably, I guess, aim for something unique. It always has to be in the hub of somewhere, and I have to always have a bus or public transport to get there, and I just want it to be cool, so I'll probably do something a little expensive without being thoroughly expensive, and hopefully I would get a nice stay without being too expensive stay. But I don't know, all I'm thinking is, oh, may as well just go visit Disneyland, may as well just travel a little and stay in the hub of a city that's famous and do a bit of shopping. And I don't know what else to do, you know, I really don't. Like, I don't have the brave to go out back, and I don't have the energy to walk mountains, so it's just I'm doing everything alone. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what I would do, how I would direct myself. I mean, I'm just looking at lights and fancy trimmings rather than actions, and yeah. Well, that's what I can think about later, and it's not what I'm thinking about now. Now it's like, now I would do local interstate travel and local resorts. Maybe that's all I need in the future. Just a tiny little bit of holiday experience, and not like even internationally based holiday experiences. But I don't know. No idea. But like I said, I might leave the international stuff for and just leave the local stuff for the leisure cruises. But even locally, it's like, oh, I don't know, like everything looks scary, and so I was like, no, I don't want to go to the treetop resorts, and I don't want to go to the rainforest, but I always have an interest in it. But until I go there, it's like I don't expect that I'll enjoy myself, and then I go there with other people, and it's like, oh, that was actually pretty amazing. But yeah, but usually I do like the local travels. I think that's just easier for my psyche, because I'm pretty lazy, and I don't like to do things alone because I get bored very quickly, and then I end up just sulking and I can't watch TV because I'm bored and I don't find anything very exciting and there's nothing to do. But that's my future. I'm kind of clueless, but I know what to do. I'm gonna just go shopping and just go to the movies, and then I just eat out or take away and enjoy a pool. Visit when my skin's in good condition, and then I can enjoy a pool. That's all I need, a nice cool pool. I like places with nice furnishings because then I can be like, well, at least I'm staying amongst, comfortable furnishings, which are a little bit classy, so I can be like, oh yes, I'm staying in a little bit of a fancy place, rather than my normal place, which is going to be like, I just don't know, it really depends. I mean, I've been hoping I win a house this month, and if I did, I'd be like, yes, I'm living in luxury again. But if I don't, I'm waiting for me to afford a house, and it's like, okay, what's my budget? It's 180. So you're looking at something pretty crappy by that time. Because I don't have a lot of cash, and unless something brilliant happens, I won't have a lot of cash. But I do have my jobs. I mean, I can't wait to work this year and see how much money I have after a full year of potential working. But I don't know, maybe I'm just daydreaming. Maybe it'll be like, just a little bit every now and again, but the first month is always the worst. And then it gets a little more frequent as the year goes by, but I don't know, just have to wait and see. But I've literally doubled, since 2022, I've doubled my income, so that's good. And if I play it right, I might be able to triple it. And if I triple it, I'll be like, yes. It's still not the best, but it's better than nothing.